Hi everybody, I hope you all are having a fantastic day. But yeah, Ahiru no Sora has been really damn hyped the last few episodes, and this episode included. I like a lot of what they did in the last episode with showing some stuff during halftime, giving a lot of the characters on Kuzu High's side just a little bit of subtle motivation. Yeah, just little things that pertained to each one of those characters. Not all of them, but just a few of them that kind of pushes them forward and gives them a little bit more motivation. But yeah, going into this episode, like everything kind of flip-flopped. I know Kuzuhai was behind and they're kind of keeping up with Shinjo just a little bit and they were still behind, but yeah, things kind of got flipped on the other end. Now Kuzuhai is in the lead and everything's going well for them right now, and yeah, there's just a lot of good things happening on Kuzuhai's side. So Chiaki, he's back in the game. We saw in the last episode he was like, now put me back in. I know I can do well. I'm not going to get kind of rattled like he did before earlier on in the game in the first half. But yeah, he's in there now. They're doing well. Chiaki, he seems more focused than what he was in the last game. He's a little like mad still, and he's like, I'm not going to let Takahashi score. I'm not going to let him get any kind of assist or just like kind of make an impact on the game at all, really. So yeah, I like the fact that he's being a little bit more aggressive there, but yet he's still staying focused and still doing what he does best in like making good passes and making good decisions and stuff like that. He's not in the point guard role. Sora's there right now, so all the pressure isn't really on him to make those kinds of decisions and everything, so it's more on Sora. So I like what's going on right now with him being in that role. And oh man, like, did you see that Chiaki elbow pass to Mokichi? That was freaking great. Like, oh my god. And then Mokichi with the dunk. He's over here dunking on people. Yeah, that was another thing that I want to talk about, was just Mokichi. Like, the fact that he's been so physical and he's over here smack talking Takahashi in the last few episodes or something like that. But yeah, he's kind of getting under Takahashi's skin. Right now, Mokichi, he's doing it all. He's like probably like my favorite right now going into this game, or at least that's going on right now in this game, because like him coming into the game has brought that inside presence, and everybody's paying attention to him now because now they know that like his hook shots and everything are really big threat. So now everybody's paying attention to him. They're having to throw double teams, triple teams at one point on him. And then that's kind of opening things up for everybody else. They're throwing more people at him. So it's going to open things up for other people. They're going to get wide open shots. They're going to get like lanes to go through and everything like that to be able to score. Like people aren't going to be like fully paying attention to their people because they're having to focus so much on him because he's so big and his wingspan is just so large. So he can just like grab a ball up top when they throw it really high and everything. Yeah, he's just nuts. He's over here dunking on people, playing physical. Yeah, he's really cool. And he's like throwing some nice ass freaking passes too. Like he's getting good passes to Kite, having him score. I was thinking before, like, okay, who's kind of like the MVP of this game? I know it's a team game and like they're all doing well and stuff, but I was thinking who's having the biggest impact in this game? And before I was leaning more towards Kite because the guy freaking scored 24 points in the first half, which is ridiculous. Like he's going off right now. But but even at that point, like when he was doing really well and he was scoring all those points, the majority of Kuzuhai's points for them, they were still losing. But as soon as Mokichi came in, and they kind of gained that, or at least they kind of came back, and now they're gaining the lead now that they have that like all-star lineup kind of in there for them with Chiaki, Mokichi, Momoharu, Kite, and Sora in there. So now they're killing it. They're freaking destroying Shinjo right now. They're up by 16 points. They're playing really well. They're all playing really well meshed together and everything. I really like that scene though too with Mokichi and how he was about to go up for a shot, and then he saw Momoharu right there. They kind of locked eyes, and Momoharu thought he was gonna get the pass, and then he throws it to Kite, and Kite scores there. And Momoharu is just like, I was wide open for a shot. Why didn't you pass it to me? But Mokichi was like, no, it was just instinctive. It wasn't anything personal or anything like that. But you know damn well that was the smarter move. Throw it to Kite. Don't throw it to Momoharu. Even though Momoharu had a open shot, Kite did too. You're gonna throw it to him more so than hit to Momoharu because he's probably gonna miss. But yeah, there's a lot of good stuff that happened in it, comedic moments, but most of it was just really like an offensive onslaught on the side of Kuzuhai, as well as just like defensively. I mean, not defensively, but like offensive struggling on Shinjo's side. They couldn't freaking buy a basket. They couldn't freaking make anything at all. Like you would see them just miss after miss after miss, and they're just getting frustrated and trying to kind of keep their heads in the game. Like y'all, like make sure we don't get rattled. Make sure that we don't let them get too much momentum. Like take it one possession at a time. Don't look at the scoreboard. Don't just look at it and kind of get depressed and be like, dang, we're down by 16 points right now. This is like a freaking impossible lead to try to catch up to and everything, to try to make it closer of a game. So let's try to keep our heads in the game, just take it one possession at a time. And yeah, it was just a really struggling part on Shinjo's side. It was weird seeing kind of Takahashi be in that kind of situation there. But yeah, and then we see Koji, he ends up coming in the game. And that's something that I kind of saw. I'm sure a lot of other people saw it as well. It seemed to be something that they really foreshadowed, or at least kind of hinted at a bunch throughout the episode, like the episodes that have been coming on recently, as well as the intro of Ahiru no Sora. Now it shows Koji playing up against Kuzu High. So I was assuming like, okay, Koji's gonna play. Why would they show that if he wasn't gonna play? And then the first time that we ever see the dude too, the first thing they ever say to the guy was like, hey, or at least like one of the first things they say was like, hey, you're not playing, you know that, right? You're in crutches right now, you're not gonna play, you're injured. And because kind of like hinting at the fact that he would try to play in that kind of scenario even though he's still hurt. A little bit about the stuff that happened in the little backstory that they showed. Some of the stuff that did happen was already something that we've already been explained and we've seen a little bit of, but it was more in the perspective of Takahashi, or at least not in the perspective of Koji. We didn't really see him too much. But yeah, it showed it more so in the perspective of him and how him and Takahashi were the first two people on their basketball team back when they were freshmen. They were the only people that wanted to play, and then they were trying to recruit people that whole year or something like that. And then going into the next year, they were trying to recruit people as well. And it kind of progressed until finally now they're seniors in basketball, and this is the first time that they're entering the inner high tournament, which is kind of sad because, you know, they both really love the game of basketball. And then the only time that they're ever able to freaking participate in this tournament is in their last year that they're even able to play in high school. So it kind of sucks, but yeah, like, still them working super hard like shows their hard work and dedication to the game and everything, that just the fact that they love it so much. But yeah, they trained a bunch of middle school kids on how to play, Takahashi and Koji, and kind of groomed them to be really good basketball players. So when they did end up going to high school and they came to Shinjo, they were going to be on that basketball team. So like at that point, they were the only two people on the team. They were training those kids. And then the next year that came about when they were sophomores, they were going to try to recruit more people in their high school then, as well as hopefully some of those kids that were in middle school come into high school and play alongside with them. So yeah, we get to see that kind of stuff there and kind of see what Koji and how his mindset was there. They were kind of frustrated at first when they found out they were the only two people that really wanted to play basketball. They had a team, but nobody was on it because all the people that were on their team before graduated already, so they were all gone. And they're wondering like, oh man, should I have even like come to Shinjo? Should I have just tested higher and like studied more and like gone to a better school like Saijo or something like that? But Saijo is like a really, really great basketball school, so a lot of the great players do go over there. And Takahashi was like, that's kind of not my speed. I don't want to go over there with like a bunch of like super talented people and like roll through people. He likes that whole struggling process and rebuilding a team kind of process, it seems. And Koji does too. He kind of agreed with them there. But yeah, I really like them too, and their hard work and dedication to the game. Takahashi didn't really want him to play at first, but Koji was like, no, let me play. Like, you expect me to just sit here and watch you guys go down by 16 points and then not want to play? Like, I've been wanting to play this whole time, but I've been injured, so I can't really do anything. Before they were in the lead, but now he's just watching the team just get blown out, so it's kind of making him want to get in the game even more so, even though he's injured. But yeah, we saw that he was like practicing before ever since his injury. They said that it wasn't a broken ligament or anything like that, but it was still a ligament injury to him and that he'd have to rest it for a month. But now they're like, okay, you still have to rest this for a month. You can't play or anything, but he's still been taking shots. He's still like kind of stretching it out to make it less stiff and like moving it around and everything. So he thinks that he can handle it. It's going to be painful, but he's still going to do it. And then, yeah, he finally goes in the game And yeah, he's playing like I don't see him running too much, but of course like he has to. He went up against Momoharu at one point and kind of got hurt a little bit. Momoharu knows that he's injured. Everybody knows that he is. And Momoharu was like banged his knee against him because he was trying to get in a good position and everything. And he was like, no, I'm not going to let you get this even though you're injured. Like, I'm the type of low life person that doesn't give a crap if you're injured or not. Like, I'm getting this rebound here. Their morale for Shinjo is just like, oh yeah, like it's kind of growing and getting up there. They're kind of getting pumped up here because they know that he's injured and that he's fighting. Like, he's trying to fight for this team. He knows that they all know that this is his last year along with Takahashi, and they all look up to them too. And the fact that he's fighting so hard to try to win this game and keep them going in the tournament is, yeah, it's pretty admirable. So yeah, just seeing that there, I feel like Shinjo is going to make a comeback in this next episode. And then like, oh yeah, and like I want to talk about a little bit what's going to go forward too with Sora's mom. So Sora's mom is gonna be coming to the game. So she was just laying in bed and she was talking to Sora's grandmother, her mom, and was like, out of the blue, like, I want to go see him. I want to go see him play. And her grandma was like, Sora's grandma was like, what? Like, you really want to go do this? And they got permission finally from the doctors to, like, initially they didn't want her to do it because it was so last second. And her doctor was apparently not there, but then they found out that he was actually there and kind of got permission from him. So he's going to end up taking her to the game. So she's on her way there. But going back to what I was talking about before, like Shinjo's probably gonna, like, I'm thinking that they're going to make a comeback because now Koji's back in the game. He's a really tall dude. Even though he's kind of injured right now, I think that him coming in there is going to be a big morale boost for them already, as well as just skill-wise. I think that he's going to be able to make a difference here. So I think they're going to make a comeback, and then just to hold that lead there, I think like Sora's mom's going to come. Maybe Sora sees her and then kind of gives them a bit of motivation to keep going and everything. Like I think the next episode's name was like A Reason to Live or like A Reason for Living or something like that. So I think that's kind of a little bit of hinting at the fact that she's going to come, he's going to see her, and that's kind of like his reason for living. Like he wants to show her that he's like really excelling in basketball and playing for her because he wants her to get better and everything. And yeah, it's just a whole kind of roller coaster of emotions kind of going on there with the intensity going on in the game, and then her coming in there and like him just like possibly seeing her and everything. So yeah, I think that that's going to be like really crazy to go down. I wonder if he's going to talk to her or if she's just going to catch the end of it and then just like dip out and leave again. But yeah, or like what if Madoka sees her and like what if they're gonna talk a little bit and watch the game together or something like that. But yeah, I want to see what happens there. But yeah, like this episode is really good. I really liked it. I enjoyed it a lot. And yeah, let me know if you guys enjoyed the episode as much as I did. I'm looking forward to what's gonna happen next. I'm thinking that Kuzu is gonna win this, of course, and then they're gonna go up and play Saijo, which I'm super excited for because if you thought that Mokichi was kind of a really big integral part of what's happening right now in this game against Shinjo and making a big difference, I think that he's going to have a lot more focus in the Saijo matchup because the girl that he likes goes to Saijo, and then like those players, they know him from Saijo as well because this is his freshman year. He didn't play basketball in high school, so those guys are talking about him as if they knew him. And when he was playing before, and that girl, she was in Saijo, I'm thinking that a lot of his like teammates that he played with before went to Saijo. So going forward, I think that when they do end up facing Saijo, that they're going to have a little bit of history there. I don't know how they're going to interact. That girl's probably going to be watching him play. Like he's going to kind of react in some kind of way. I don't know if he's going to be a little bit nervous playing in front of her again. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to everything that's going to happen. Let me know what you guys want to talk about with this episode. If you guys enjoyed it, if you guys didn't, if you guys think they could do things better. And just, yeah, give this video a like if you guys did like the video, and have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.